got this thing that say, Tina, Tina, no, Tina, no, Tina, no, Tina, no, Tina.
Is that what you're saying? I'm gonna say no. This damn thing that say me no. Nah, I don't like that. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like. Look, Rocky over there laughing at me. I don't like it right now. You know what I'm gonna work on? You make sure you put that on it. Look, let me tell y'all. Hold on now. Let me tell you.
You say so, he don't piss that way.
Oh man.
See that now?
Oh my
Let me tell you something. You put that thing on there talking about some no mic, I'm gonna be mad.
Okay.
I'm doing it, y'all. I'm doing it.
Public.
Turn the lights on. Don't tell me no, Mike. That's all I'm saying. I don't like the word no. Hey, George Buzz, how you doing? Look at it. We got Joe Perry. We got my brother Danny Worley just joined us. John Ross in the building. Y'all, if y'all know me, y'all know I don't like the word no, Mike. So don't you put that sound effect out there in these streets, because I hear no, I'm gonna be like, we're coming off and everything.
Well,
what's up, y'all? Make sure y'all rep where you're from. Don't be scared. Make sure y'all share this live. Share it. Steven, what's up, babe? Rob Cole, how you doing? I'm so used to music. Make your shoulder that one shoulder. Y'all know how we do. We get pumped up for 7 p.m. Don't be scared. Y'all make sure y'all say hi. Y'all are more than welcome to call in and say hi. Before we get the show started, 815-312-3172. Say hey, y'all.
Hi, Marche. Hey, Bryn. Hey, Pamela Smith. How y'all doing out there?
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Please share this right now.
Yeah.
Hit that share button. I don't care how it goes. Please hit that share button. Please.
Hey.
Everybody checking in right now. What's happening, Natalie Manning? What's up, girl?
She got a lot going on.
Ooh,
right?
Yes.
Natalie is killing in these streets down in Chicago. I love what you're doing. I love your movement, baby. Y'all be acting funny. We got a full lineup.
Man, we got a good show for you guys today.
Turn the lights on.
If you're watching us right now, it is nothing for you to hit that blue share button. So share right now. Hi, Tavia. How you doing, sweetheart?
Yes, BG say, y'all, what's checking in? I'm down in San Antonio, Texas.
How's the weather?
Man,
We up here freezing.
listen, I'm coming down to Texas because of the fact that it's cold up here and warm down there. Y'all want to come get me? Fly me out. I'm coming. I'll perform and everything down there.
Come on now.
No. My group for Phil, they showed out. Mike, did you see that video I showed of them?
No.
Texas?
No, I did not.
Mike, let me tell you something. They showing out. Bad boy Becky, who are you? How you doing? I'm glad that you joined. You can say hi. What's up? Hey. Marty Krause, I love you, Marty. All the way from Arkansas. He's in the building. Let me tell you, y'all don't know about Soulful Discussions yet, but I'm going to tell y'all just like this. Soulful Discussions is hitting all 50 states.
Come on now.
We are hitting it. Cindy Call, what's up, love? How are you? Jerry Hill. Jerry Hill said, hey, what's up?
Hi, George Bush. It's the Abraham himself. If you didn't see last week's episode, make sure you go check it out.
All right, it's 7 o'clock.
Let's say what's going on, everybody. How y'all doing? How are you doing? Please tell me how you doing today. Did you have a lovely day or what? Man, welcome. Freeport, Illinois, Rockford, Illinois. What's going on? What's happening? It is about that time. It is about that time right now.
Freeport, what's happening? It's your boy G Todd. Look, you already know what it is. Tune in to WQJT Flight Radio, where you got Miss Malaysia, you got the Queen Tina Renee, and your boy Mike J on the ones and twos. No better place to be. Yeah.
Hey, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to G-Ty, y'all. Welcome to Soulful Discussions on Flight Radio 105.7, y'all. It is Hump Day. You already know how it is. 7 p.m. from 9 p.m. every Wednesday. We're right here on Facebook Live, y'all. It's your team, your crew, your girls, and your guys from Soulful Discussion. Flight Radio 105.7. Malaysia, what's up, girl?
Hey.
Malaysia be like giving me that. Hey girl, the way she's like, whoa. How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. I didn't really do too much like usual, but I like to relax and stay at home anyway. So it was pretty good.
That's what's up. And Mike, how was yours?
Oh, I was great. I mean, my whole weekend was cool. It was great. Yes, it was.
Y'all got no juicy stuff that's went on.
Nothing. No, because
I
I watched the football games and everything. We had absolutely great games all weekend long. The playoffs was good. The college games was good.
They were.
So everything was good.
Did you see how the Titans just showed out like that?
Yeah, I seen how the Titans showed out.
Yeah, I had to, take a little time to myself and watch my little football up in the bed, like cuddle under the cover.
Right.
Rocky, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'll be doing great after we move.
Okay.
I know. Right. Did you put that tea out there?
Yeah.
He just got that tea. I was just sitting there signing the NDA.
Yes, y'all. We can't tell all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about when he moved into a bigger house or something. Not the radio show move into their new home. That's not what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about that at all. He's not saying we moving into our new home in 2020. He's not saying that or nothing.
Nothing like that.
He didn't say we got a big old blessing from God. He didn't say that or nothing like that.
I wouldn't do that.
No, at all.
I wouldn't do that.
Y'all, we are not moving until like in 2 weeks. No, all jokes aside, y'all, we are so glad to have y'all. We have a full packed jam show today, y'all. We got DJ Flash for 106.3. You know what? We get a chance to talk to DJ Flash. They say we don't partner with other radio stations. You know what? Dear friends of ours, we got to know their story. So we get a chance to learn about DJ Flash, find him a new heart, which is amazing.
Been waiting on this story.
Definitely. And then we got somebody that I was like a newfound entrepreneur, Mr. Tristan, owner of Relevant Apparel, which is going to be super excited to hear about him. He's right from Freeport, right?
Actually from Chicago.
He's from Chicago? Chicago swag. I didn't know. Look, right now he's standing in Freeport representing the 815. And then on top of that, we got Michelle Griggs from the Freeport School District. We learned about the little controversy they got. Middle school.
Yes. Yeah, she's going to tell some good news about the middle school.
I want to hear about all this good stuff they got cooking up in there and all the controversies. We want to get down to the bottom of it. Mm-hmm. And then we got Keegan's Academy right out of Rockford, Illinois. A new upcoming school, black owned, which is amazing. I actually had a chance to experience their school probably about a month or so back. So they're joining our show tonight. So y'all, when I say we're shedding light on the 815 with people making moves within the 815, y'all better make sure y'all tune in and stay tuned in. Nikki Scott said, Bearcat, I'm a Bearcat. Russ College in the building.
What college?
Russ College.
College.
I went down to Russ and I love my HBCU all day long. Russ College.
Let them know then.
All
right. Was there for 4 years. It's probably one of the best experiences I've ever had. If you want to experience an HBCU, you make sure you go to Russ College. You see all the green. I'm just saying. I love it. I love my college. I rep it all day. So yeah, definitely y'all a jam-packed show. Y'all gotta wait. Stay tuned in today. Malaysia, what you got in the news, girl?
Well, let's first say happy birthday to Martin Luther King Jr.
Happy birthday.
Born January 15th, 1922, Martin Luther King was one of the most influential Christian ministers and activists who was one of the leaders in the civil rights movement. He would have been 91 years old today.
Well, we shedding the lights on Martin Luther King today, y'all. Yeah. Shout out, man. You feel our spirit up there. I know you feel it.
Thank you.
It's going. That's what's up.
Yep. In other news, in entertainment news, Yo Gotti and Roc Nation filed a lawsuit on behalf of Mississippi prisoners reportedly living in inhumane conditions. The lawsuit, which was filed today in the federal court, says the maximum security prison is highly dangerous for inmates after a spike of violence left 3 inmates stabbed to death just after the first week of 2020. According to documents, the prison is chronically understaffed and underfunded. The suit alleges that there is a black mold covering the cells and there is not enough mattresses for inmates.
That's crazy. I don't know if you guys haven't had a chance to like look at the pictures of what took place and the reason why they're filing it. Man, blood was like everywhere. And it was almost like when, back down in the South, that's when I learned about, people slaughtering cows and stuff. It almost looked like that when like blood and stuff is all over the wall. It was actually disgusting.
Now that's at Parchment, right?
Yes, definitely. So, I think about look at that artist, those artists right there, utilizing their platform to make some changes within the city. Shout out to y'all for what y'all do.
We appreciate you. We appreciate it. And it's crazy to hear, even though people are in prison, they still deserve basic human rights. You can feel how you feel, but a human is a human. They should be treated as such.
Definitely. Is this the same where they were talking about how the actual guard let them in?
I seen that.
Okay. I want to make sure because I know we had something similar to the same thing here in Rockford that took place where we have also a huge spike in folks that's in the community actually getting killed in the prison. We actually had 2 people recently with the past month that died in prison, and there's a lot of controversy over that. So like to see that happen and then see it actually hit the 815, I'm definitely trying to figure out what the world is going on. A lot of women are coming up missing. Maybe that's the opportunity for people to sell parts there. I'm just throwing it out there. That's my assumption.
Throw it out there.
Definitely.
But
what else you got, girl?
Timberland gets candid about losing 130 pounds after overcoming a painkiller addiction. He said, "I had a dream that death was near." In an interview with Men's Health magazine, Timberland shows off his brand new and reveals just how much of a struggle it was to get snatched. He has reportedly lost 130 pounds after overcoming an addiction to painkillers. Timberland says his issues with painkillers started back in 2011 after getting a root canal. He started abusing oxycodone and Percocets, which became a nasty habit after going through a messy divorce and IRS investigation.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Y'all don't get me going.
What?
That's crazy to hear.
Don't get you going on what?
Because, Mike, don't you hit that no. Do it if you want to.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Hit the no if you want to.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
I mean, you think about like drugs and how relevant it is in the music industry. You just seen Juice just pass overdose over Percocets and things of that nature. Them doctors, like how they getting all of dang on drugs? They can't say that it's something that's being passed around. Them doctors and the manufacturers out there giving that stuff out in order to gain money because there's no way they can have all them drugs. Where they getting it from? I want the scoop. I want the inside.
Right.
But what always confused me about these painkillers is why would they make a drug so potent that people just can't help but to get addicted to it?
Because when I think about like many years ago, and the company is so strong now that they realize how it's affecting everybody, they put so many regulations in order for you to literally have medicine now, like Percocets, opiates, and stuff like that. You have to now show your driver's license now. and you also cannot have a certain amount of opiates during a certain period of time. If so, then of course the drug and drug administration, they shed a light and they start the investigation on that, which lets me know that there's some conspiracy going on. But when I can honestly say with me, when I was sick, they gave me morphine. I wouldn't take it. Like, y'all can have that. I would not take it. In order for me to live, had to be on morphine for a whole year. Wow. I would not take it because you start to get addicted to it.
You get addicted to it.
And not working on trying to figure out how to ease your pain from a natural supplement standpoint, the teas and things of that nature. And most people are not as strong. They don't realize how addicted they are to it. It's just like cocaine or weed. It becomes a way of habit that you need it every day to survive. And then, like, you can't get off of it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you hit and almost like dang on death for you to see it. But shout out to him saying, listen, I have a problem. A lot of people will not say they have a problem and seek to help. And even though that man lost 30 pounds, his body snatched 130 pounds. 130 pounds.
But I also remember he also said that he got to the point where he didn't even know how many he was taking a day. He was just popping them to pop them. But I think it's so crazy that people are very much unintentionally, I won't say unaware, but unintentionally becoming addicted to something that their doctor, a trusted person is giving them. And like, you just listen to like the side effects, and you ever see the commercial with the person so happy, and then you hear about the side effects, like you could die and your kidney might fail, and and the person's still running through the forest.
You think about Prince.
Yep.
Yeah.
You think about Michael Jackson.
Yes.
You think about Juice.
Yes.
And you think about Whitney.
Yes.
You think about Bobby.
Right.
These folks were addicted to drugs. And I'm sorry, if they put the stipulations like that on us, that we had to show IDs and things, and then you look after they do the investigation, they be having like hundreds of pills. How Toucan Sam? How did you get it? When you got that money, guess what? They'll throw it at you just for that. And you know what? These doctors need to be locked up, thrown under the bridge, and everything else in regards to this. Locked up and throw away the key.
That's it.
Mike, don't you think so?
Yes. Listen, y'all go ahead. You know what I mean? Like,
they gonna get me fired up.
I'm doing
I'm gonna tell you, the thing about it is one of the things I love about my doctor. My doctor was from Nigeria, the one that helped me during my time. He said, Tina, I want you to use natural supplements. That's how he was Nigerian. I'm telling you, that voice got everybody. Okay, even my grandma was trying to holler at that thing. He said we use natural supplements in Africa.
Yeah.
That man even tried to get me to smoke weed. I was like, no, hold on now. No. But I'm not condoning it. I just want to let y'all know. Now y'all know marijuana is legal in Illinois. Y'all make sure y'all smoke responsibly. What it always said, don't be laughing at me. Now. I mean, y'all know it. Even Lieutenant Governor was down there getting her some. Okay,
wow.
She did.
Come on now.
I was up there looking. I said, Lieutenant, now you up there? They need to drug test you. Man. It was in the newspaper, Mike. Smoking them doobies. She was eating the edibles, actually.
Will they be screening you at your new job employment?
Yeah, can I be honest with you? A lot of companies have gone away from screening people because of the fact that they already know everybody have, like, for real. But how they get you, if you're on motorized equipment,
right,
and you heard something, they know you're gonna tell something. Your butt is grass. You without a job because you can't operate machinery when you're under the influence.
That's right.
So that's how they get you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even for leadership positions, I can't. There's a company that starts with a T that don't drug test.
In the police, in the state police arrest you for having marijuana smell.
Right.
Well, they can
smell
in your vehicle.
Well, here's the thing. I was reading up on that and I was listening to the news because y'all know how I am. I'm nosy. Okay. So they actually started campaigning about how, if they smell or if they feel like you're under the influence or whatever else, smell leads to what? Thinking that you're under the influence.
Reasonable.
Guess what? Reasonable doubt that your butt is smoking them weeds.
So it's reasonable doubt.
Yeah, definitely. And if you deny it, guess what? License suspended. Yep. Wow. So with that said, you gotta really just look at that, y'all. And then they also said no kids can be in the car while you're smoking weed or drinking. Y'all, I've been watching it. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all better stop. And all the folks,
they're treating it just like a regular alcohol beverage. Or
it should be
alcohol,
right,
in your vehicle open anyway.
There you go.
And so it fits in that category.
Let me tell you something. Them folks that be high, if y'all don't think y'all look high, y'all y'all think I'm high because my eyes are Chinese. And if y'all think I look high, y'all be looking the same way I be looking. And I don't use
careful. I do be careful.
Definitely.
Like, dealing with medical stuff and unnatural things, just like anything else is genetically modified. So who knows?
Did y'all see on the news that they said there's more people ended up in the hospital for smoking weed recently?
Well, now it's just potent. They're not getting the weed off the street. Now they are getting the weed from the real deal that's being grown different, and then they're getting the wrong kind of what their body can take. Yeah. That's why they have been like going to the emergency room
because they get that extra.
They're not getting the regular standard stuff.
No, they get that
now
extra
they're getting
THC.
extra THC. Yes,
times 5.
Well, here's a question. You smoke a cigarette that has all the potent illegal drugs inside of it, and you're in your car smoking it, and your child is in the back seat of that car. Mm-hmm. Is there a consequence for that?
Oh yeah,
because
definitely.
You're smoking a drug that's highly potent than a marijuana.
Are you talking about cigarettes?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think so. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
There's no law.
There's no law for cigarettes.
Can kill you.
It can.
Listen, now you just can't smoke no cigarette. I think with your kids in the car or something like that.
I don't think
no ordinances or laws saying you can't do it.
Smoking cigarettes, drinking, anything. I mean, why would you want to put your kid in jeopardy anyway?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like scary.
Is there a law for secondhand smoke? Is there a law?
I don't
think so.
I don't know.
What? No.
Oh, okay.
I tell you what, no, I don't think so, Rocky.
No,
but I'm gonna tell y'all want y'all kids to live and have good, healthy lungs.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all don't smoke in the car. And you know what? It was funny. I seen people on Facebook hatching a whole attitude. Well, I'm gonna just get that $100 because I'm gonna smoke more weed every day. That's why your kids is going jumping off walls. and they go to school. And you want to know why the teacher like, what's wrong with your child jumping off walls and flipping and everything? Get your child higher than the cake.
Yeah.
Katie T. Box said, yes, they made it a law that you cannot smoke a cigarette with a child in the car.
Praise the Lord.
Okay, good for her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No.
Katie, you the bomb.
You can't smoke a cigarette with a child in the car.
I mean, why would you?
Yeah.
Even with the windows down, y'all know them kids. I tried hookah. Right. I tried hookah and chew up, okay? And I thought I was really doing something. My sister laughed and she like, Tina, you don't even, don't even try.
Hold on a minute.
I tried
wait a second.
hookah.
Now you tried hookah. I know you tried hookah because
and I was high.
Because we had a hookah in Atlanta.
And I was high.
What's a hookah?
Hookah is basically where you got like some water and some tobacco stuff and it goes up. I took 4 pulls of that thing and I was high.
Yeah, because she never had smoke inside of her lungs.
Because I don't smoke, but you know what? I learned how to blow through my nose though. I was looking cool. I actually videotaped it, like, check me out. My mom was like, "What are you doing? You're like false flagging out here in these streets." I wanted to try it. Ain't nothing wrong with living once or twice, 3 times.
If you're watching right now and you've partaken in the new legalization of marijuana, drop and let us know how you feel, or just drop an emoji.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Drop a tree emoji. But don't get us flagged.
Definitely.
Right.
And also, if y'all feel like calling in during the midst of everything, y'all make sure y'all call in 815-312-3172. Again, 815-312-3172. Y'all can always say, hey, Tina. Hey, Malaysia. Hey, Mike. Y'all, we miss y'all. That's what's up, y'all. So make sure y'all call in. All right, y'all. We'll be right back in just a second. Coming up, we got DJ Flash, aka Mr. Calvin Martin. We're gonna learn about Calvin and his new heart in just a second.
Turn your lights on. It's about that time, y'all. Turn your lights on. It's about that time, y'all. Turn your lights on. I need you to put the birthday person in the middle right now. That's you, baby. Woo! Come on. Put the birthday person in the middle right now. Test, move, straight face. You remember? 1, 2, 3. Somebody shine a light on him. Come on. Shine it. Shine a light on him. Come on. I see. Shine a light on him. Come on. Shine a light on him. Come on. I see. Shine a light on him. Come on. Shine a light on him. Say what? Shine a light on him. Shine a light on him. Hey, now hold up. Now if the birthday person's in the middle, okay, keep the birthday person in the middle and follow me, right? Follow me. Make some room. This is what I say. Oh, make room, let her work. Let her work. Make room, lights, all the cell phones flashing at you. Remember when the people used to walk right past you? Now they got questions, they dying to ask you who you with, what you got, and where's your castle with your all-girl crew. Doing what you do, baby girl, you know I'm not mad at you. While some spectate and others want to hate Stevie Wonder, help us celebrate. Come on, come on.
Birthday to
turn your lights on.
Happy birthday to you.
Say what?
Happy birthday.
If Stevie was here, he'd say.
Happy birthday to
turn your lights on.
Happy birthday to you.
Come on.
Happy birthday.
Yo, yo. When I say happy, y'all say birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. When I say happy, y'all say birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Birthday, birthday. Tell them what it's birthday. Champagne in the air if you're thirsty. Blown up, grown up. Everybody showing up. I see your girls' hands in the air.
Wow.
This, baby.
Wheel tracks, man. Dougie Fresh.
Yes.
Just like that.
I like that song.
Yeah, I like that song.
Let me tell you something. Hold on. Do we got a caller on the line? Hello, caller. Thank you for calling. Flight Radio 105.7. What's up?
Well, actually, this is DJ Flash.
Hey! DJ Flash. Mr. Calvin Martin himself.
What's up, Flash? How you doing?
I'm all good. How about you all?
Great, dude. I forgot what your face looked like. But for the folks that don't know, y'all make sure y'all check out DJ Flash. Y'all look him up. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all, let me give a good introduction to DJ Flash, aka Mr. Calvin Martin. DJ Flash is known by the world as a world-renowned DJ. Not only that, an amazing father, a great friend, and a man that was chasing a new heart. So today, you guys, you'll hear from Mr. DJ Flash about his life and how did he get to where he is today. So DJ Flash, tell everybody where you're from, dude.
Well, I'm from the west side of Chicago. I live in the western suburbs now.
That's what's up. So Flash, you've been in the music game for how long?
Well, I've been DJing for, 24 years. I started when I was 16 and I'm 40 now.
Ooh, wait. So you and Mike was in the club, sneaking in the clubs, basically.
No, actually, to be honest with you, I think I was like 17 or 18 when I found out about Mike J. Living in Freeport, came down there, to visit my father. Mike running around doing his thing with Flight One Entertainment, running the clubs on the east side and everything.
Yes, sir. Effects Productions.
Yo, yeah, yep, effects, yep.
And now it's like you guys are inseparable. We're friends to the end.
Yeah. Howdy ho, ha ha ha.
Wow.
So Flash, tell the world about your story with you chasing a new heart. I've been doing my research, man, back, and I was like, man, I felt inspired to see a man of your caliber and the things that you've been through in your journey, and to see how amazing you've taken your new heart and ran with it. So tell everybody what took place and how did you get to where you are now?
Well, it started when I was 18, so it's been a very, very long road, and pretty much been working, making a little bit of money, single, vehicle, basically living at home, running around. It was all about the money, me chasing the money. Right. I wasn't taking care of myself, getting the proper sleep, going to the doctor, because as men, we don't go to the doctor until it's something really wrong, and by that time it's too late. Right. So going back and forth to the doctor because I started suffering from these headaches, these real bad migraines. So one day the doctor took my blood pressure, told me I had hypertension. I didn't know what in the world hypertension it was. Instead of telling me in layman's terms, you got high blood pressure, you said hypertension. So I'm young, I'm not doing no research or anything. They give me some pills, I didn't take. The headaches continued on, moved to Rockford, still having headaches and everything else. Fast forward, I went into the hospital because I started having this fullness on the top of my stomach.
Wow.
And a few people was telling me, you're fine, everything is good with you. We done ran these tests. we don't know what's going on. So one set of doctors said that I had acid reflux. They gave me some medicine. That stuff didn't work. Another doctor, they was treating me for some other stuff, and I don't know what it was. They set me an appointment to go and have a stress test done at what was I at? It was somewhere in Rockford. So I go, I have the stress test done. I passed out on the treadmill. I wake up. I got all these people around me and different things. So they take me into an echo and tell me that I had congestive heart failure. And at that time, I think my heart was only functioning at about, I think like 17, 18%, something like that.
Wow.
So they gave me medication to take, different things. And I fought them for a long time because I felt good, was able to move around, still work, DJ, go out and party, everything else. So they're telling me that I have something. And I'm like, there is no way that I can have it because I still feel good. So as time went on, it got worse and worse. I found myself at least every month in the hospital for at least 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Because with congestive heart failure, your heart isn't pumping correctly. And by my heart being operating at 13, 14%, it wasn't squeezing properly to circulate the blood and different things. So I had all of this fluid build up, and most people have it in their feet or their legs, but mine was always on the top of my stomach, which caused me problems with breathing. I couldn't walk for long distances without getting tired. It was just a whole mess.
Wow.
But in the process of all of this, I'm still being hard hit. I'm not listening to anybody. I don't want to take any medicine, nothing like that. So I moved back and forth to the hospital in Bolingbrook, had a heart attack.
Wow.
They sent me to a doctor in Bolingbrook. So I was seeing that cardiologist. They gave me a vest to put on. I would wear it, then I wouldn't wear it. So I guess they got tired of me and said, listen, dude, you're going to die. We don't want to deal with you, so we're going to send you to an advanced heart disease center. So they sent me to Rush. So I go to Rush. My first day there, they admit me in the hospital. So I think I fought with them for maybe all of probably a month.
Wow.
But what I liked about the doctors there is that they wasn't giving me things in professional terms, different things they learned in school and everything. It was basically like, listen, dude, you done had 2 heart attacks. You're not going to survive another one. If you don't do what we say you're going to do, your mother's going to be buried. That's how they talk.
Wow.
So it was like, let's stoop down to your level and give you exactly what it is for you to understand that this is not a game. You're going to die.
Wow.
So started taking the medicine and different things, but my heart was getting weaker. So I wind up, they were back and forth with me about having a defibrillator or pacemaker put in. But I was totally against that because I didn't want anybody cutting on me or anything like that. So when I agreed to it, going to the hospital, had a procedure done, I woke up, 2.5 weeks later, paralyzed from the waist down because I had a heart attack on the table. My heart stopped after they did the procedure and everything else. And when I woke up, I was in a whole nother hospital, didn't know what was going on and all of that. So basically, I died on the table. They had to put me in a medically induced coma for 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
And then when they brought me back, I had to learn how to walk again and all that other stuff. So I had to stop working. So from all of that, they did a operation where they put an LVAD in, and that's the left ventricular assist device. And what that does is it takes pressure off the left side of your heart to where it doesn't have to squeeze. It's basically a machine that is constantly running and circulating the blood that's keeping it going throughout your body. So with that, I got listed for a transplant, and that's a whole nother process. In order for me to get listed, I had to see a psychiatrist. They had to make sure that I had the proper support because it's a scary thing. It's a lot that you have to do. I had to lose weight. It's a lot that I had to go through. But I was listed for 2.5 years, and January the 17th of 2014, I was out eating dinner and got a phone call that they possibly had a heart They called me back later on that night, and I got transplanted on January the 18th of 2014.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
So this is like your anniversary then, huh?
Yeah, Saturday to be 6 years.
Wow.
And I'm very
Oh
grateful for it.
man!
And for everybody that's listening, I want to take this time. If you all haven't, please go to Facebook and search for "In Loving Memory of J.R. Pierce." I'm going to be posting that on my Facebook page. That's my donor. You can go on that page and read about him, look at pictures and different things like that. So every year, I haven't made a post yet, but every year I make sure that I post about him. My profile picture is him, and then also a little small story in me. So.
Oh wow!
You know what, Flash, as I did the research up on it, I was looking at the different websites, it was really inspiring. And only folks that go through it would ever understand, like, mentally and spiritually what is needed to prepare you for a journey such as yours. So tell everybody, like, what did you do, like, mentally and spiritually to get you, like, to help you get through your transition and finding a heart, dude? I know, I know it's tough.
It was very hard. One, I had to understand and get over the fact that that I couldn't go back to work, and at the time I was married, so it was a real bad stressor there because I felt like that I couldn't perform manly duties. I felt less than a man. And my marriage fell behind that. But my ex-wife, she was there. She took care of me. She was a lot of strength at that time. I can honestly say without her then, I don't know if I would have been able to get through it by myself.
Shout out to your wonderful ex-wife. So Flash, we move up into now. So, like, all that has made you to the amazing man that you are. And as we see the things that you do, and tell everybody what you got going on now, Flash.
Well, I'm coming up on my 3-year anniversary on Soul 106.3 here in Chicago, 106.3 FM. That's coming up toward the end of the month. I don't know the exact date right off,
Right.
but I'm on the radio here in Chicago, DJing. Got back to doing something that I love doing that I stopped while I was married and going through my illness and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing that. Also, I volunteer my time with the Gift of Hope Organ and Tissue Donor Network, which is the organ procurement organization for this area. They're basically the link in between the organs, the donors, and the recipients.
Well, I tell you one thing, Flash, we appreciate all that you do, and you just keep on doing what you do, man. Not only for our community, and one of the things that most people don't know about Flash is he is a huge advocate for pushing artistry on all forms, and we just want to say thank you for what you do. But Rocky got some last words for you. So, Rocky, what you got?
Yeah, hey brother, man. I just wanted to ask because it is very critical for people to understand the conditions that they're in and don't know, and it's not getting the diagnosis analysis that they need. And a lot of guys, a lot of sisters, elderlies are sitting at home, not being able to find the resources to really help them because they are intimidated by the cost of hospital.
Yes.
And not in a financial situation to cover these costs, and kind of let them know that these resources are available. They just not getting it or hearing about it. Family members are not relinquishing that information out there to them. How would you go about, letting the public know?
Well, there is a lot of resources out there because I know when I was getting listed for my transplant over at Rush, the social worker, she was very, very good. It's a lot of programs that they just don't tell you right off, so you have to ask a lot of questions.
There you go.
And one thing one thing that was told to me a while ago, because I used to worry about the medical costs and different things like that. And I don't know if this will be the right thing to say, but the way that I feel is that when I die, I'm going to have bills.
There you go.
If I need to go somewhere to save my life, I'm not going to worry about how much this stuff is going to cost and everything else. And really, medical bills don't hit you that hard on your credit.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. And we have to understand that the hospitals and places of that nature do have the resources and have the availability to help you regardless of your situation. I think it's mandatory.
Exactly. They have charity care.
Yeah,
exactly. They have charity care, you know.
Yeah. And I think it's a mandatory mechanism that kicks in when someone can't save their life.
Definitely.
It is the general public taxpayers who have that obligation. And I think a lot of folks don't understand that if they don't have the financial means to fix the situation that they have, there are resources.
Definitely.
We just got to get the resources, information out there to them. Would you agree?
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the things I want to make sure everybody know, like when it comes to the hospitals, they do have waivers and things of that nature for hardships that you can apply for in the event that you're unable to pay your bills. And a lot of the times I got a good friend that just had a surgery and it was $300,000. There's no way she would have ever paid that. And they were able to relinquish some of those bills. The next thing is I'm going to tell everybody to do this. And that is there's so many resources if you at your workhouse, from critical illness plans to your actual health, where there's a certain amount of money that you'll only pay out of pocket.
Right.
You got to get your insurance. And most people don't think that they don't have the money to. You don't have the money not to. Mm-hmm. And I love the fact that Obama created these plans and things of that nature to make sure everyone have their insurance. But I'm going to tell you, an insurance is an investment for your health because you never know when things will go wrong. I've seen so many young folks, so many more mature people that don't get insurance and then something happens. And I say something happens, an unexpected accident or something like that. And then you're like, I wish I would have. Yep. You got to prepare yourself. And I think from our communities, one of the things that we lacking is preparing ourselves, preparing our kids for trust, preparing ourselves in the event that something takes place in regards to our health. We got to get prepared. So 2020, y'all get prepared, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly, especially in the African American community. We don't grow up. A lot of us don't grow up learning about investments and different things. Like when I was 21, I was working for this company, and this is when Aflac was coming on the scene. And I sit back and I look and I said, dang, if I would have kept Aflac all that time, get rid of it, but this is things that we're not taught growing up, So I would just say me, especially to African Americans and women, because heart disease is very high in African American women,
very real,
especially women. Right, exactly. Especially women that are pregnant or that is going through a pregnancy and having kids. I would say at least go once a year to a cardiologist.
Definitely.
Yes.
Because you would never know, and by the time you find out, it'll be too late.
It'll be too late.
There you go, Flash. Hey, Flash, tell everybody where they can find you on your social media sites and some last encouraging words, dude.
Well, my website is djflash357.com. No www. That's djflash357.com. Facebook, Facebook.com/DJFlash357. Twitter at DJFlash357, Instagram at DJ_Flash357. You can hear me every Friday night on 106.3 at 8 p.m. If you're not in Chicago, you can download the WSRB Soul 106.3 app, and also Saturday nights on The Basement, the Hip Hop Show at 11:20 p.m. And last encouraging words. If you have a vision, see your vision through. Don't let anybody stop you, discourage you, or anything like that.
Wow, that was great, man. Now, also, Flash. Now, you really didn't tell your real secret when everybody's going up to go get their driver's license and things like that. Your picture is still at the driver's license facility.
man.
Yes, you know, when you see that black man up there, that is Flash. That is Kevin Martin.
You know what?
So take
I never paid attention to it.
You never like when you look at the black guy that's up there, you might see like the governor. Am I right, Flash? And then they'll see your picture too, right?
Yep, my picture is there.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. It's official. Like he's on every, he's in every driver's license facility, state facility.
Freeport, I have a tabletop at the DLZ there. In Rockford, Auburn, I have a tabletop there. And at every facility, I'm on the TV screens or in the brochures that they give out.
Give me $1. I forget that. Give me $1. We friends to the end.
The state of Illinois donated, really donated that to you or something like that?
What's that?
Did the state of Illinois donate that to you, or you was one of the special gifted or something like that?
No. What happened was that when I was living in Freeport, I wind up starting to work with a lady from the Secretary of State's office.
Okay.
So with all of the work that I was doing with them, I joined their campaign to organ donation.
Oh,
well,
man, congratulations, dude! It's your anniversary week.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, and especially congratulations, me for being my friend,
Yes, I love you. I can't wait to see your face. Atlanta, we coming, baby. We on the road.
We'll be there. I can't wait.
Yeah, boy. Definitely, Flash. We love you. We love you from Flight Radio. We out.
Thank you.
We love you. All right, y'all. We'll be back in the Flash.
That's something, man.
That is crazy. I'm going to go up there and sign my name and be like, I know DJ Flash. Look at this picture. Take a photo. Right. They're going to be like, this fool right here. I swear to God.
You're going to do a selfie right next to it. Next to the picture.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's better than what my grandma did. We up in the, I didn't even see his picture until now that you said something. My grandma was like, I thought Jesse White was white. I was like, girl, get out of here. I actually made a post on that. I was like, Granny, now all these years you've been coming to get these driver licenses in Illinois and you thought Jesse White was white? Like, I was like, get your life for real, okay? Y'all, we'll be back in a minute. Soulful Discussions, Flight Radio 105.7, you in the beat with the girl, Tina Renee.
Yes.
Realize that I don't need too much to be satisfied. I got you on my screen, checking on my media buddy. Come check on me. Media buddy. Don't know really who I am. Media buddy. Put you on my Twitter and Instagram. Media buddy. On Facebook and that is always green. Media buddy. I've been waiting there for me.
It's feeling like I already know you, even though I only see you on the web. Checking out my media buddy, filling out my email. For me, I'm in a train. Got me logged in, looking at my camera trucks. This is only cyber lust, I can be your man. I appreciate attention from fans, so I had to go and dedicate a slow jam. And I know it makes you so sad, but I can help you with this media thing, girl. You're so bad. Killing me with every pic you post. I officially need a toe tag. She never holds back. Fresh out the shower, Skyping me every hour. Lace panties, no trousers, overdose on my brows. Got your body wrapped in a towel. You said you feeling my style, but I want to keep this FaceTime private. Yep. And I'm open to convo, minutes turn into all night, talking to you. Where did the time go? You said it's only me in my condo, angle the lens behind the candle list with the lights low. I ask her where she lives in Chicago. Tonight though, I think the vibe is nice, so I'll let her know that I'm all in, and we can pick up tomorrow where we left off when we log in.
Realize that I don't need too much to be satisfied. I got you on my screen, checking on my media buddy. Come check on me. Media buddy. Don't know really who I am. Media buddy. Put you on my Twitter and Instagram. Media buddy. On Facebook and that is always green. Media buddy. I've been waiting there for me.
6 o'clock in the AM. Heard a ding on my phone, got a message in my DM. Fiending for your complexion and them green eyes. Looking at me, open the session, we go live. Your body got me ready. I can keep it steady, I can only imagine if we were intertwined. You remind me of my Jeep in the middle of the street, kills off in the background as we slow wine. My inbox all fired up, 300 megabyte downloads, girl, you got me wide up. Post some pictures of your booty on the regular.
What a spectacle, all I think about is rubbing it. You Snapchat me on the clap back, so when I snap back, I'm like, damn, I know she loving it. And week over week, you're my WCW. And you ain't even knowing it. Loving the fact that you healthy and you a nerd with them glasses on your nose. You speaking using them Urkel verbs. Make sure I eat healthy with all the herbs. No matter what you say, I swear you working for them Zuckerbergs. You say the distance is getting harder to tolerate it. Every second we spend, you feeling obligated. I'm the one that you nominated. I know you love that we be checking on each other on a daily basis.
Realize that I don't need too much to be satisfied. I got you on my screen, checking on my media body. Come check on me. Media body. Don't know really who I am. Hit you on my Twitter, Facebook, and that is always green. I've been waiting there for me. Realize. I don't need too much to be satisfied. I got you on my screen, checking on my body, taking on check on me.
Yes.
I swear, this song make you want to do the shimmy like,
G-Tide Media Buddy.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Soulful Discussions, Flight Radio 105.7. It's your girl, Tina Renee. We got Mike J back, y'all. We got Malaysia, and we have some wonderful guests. Y'all want to take the time to introduce yourselves? What's up, guys?
Hey, how are you?
Look at she all shy now. You gotta let them people see your face. What you up there hiding for? Way
Camera.
right there, all the cameras right there.
All the cameras everywhere.
I'm Sister Keshonda from Rockford.
Definitely. And you are. Oh, so you want to sit there and act like you brand new today? So you tired today, huh?
Yes. So we are the owners of the Kika First Everything, and So yes, my second time on the show. I feel good.
Yes.
He is. Now the reason
that's crazy.
Definitely, you know why we brought you back, right? Like y'all are making huge moves. Like I went to y'all spot. Y'all got a beauty supply store, salon. Y'all got a school. Y'all got give me $1. Y'all living like the next Bill Gates and dang on Rockford. Like I'm gonna keep on asking for $1 because hopefully that dollar adds up to $1 million. See, that's how you sneak it. You gotta sneak it like that.
Ain't no sneaking.
You gotta sneak it.
Ain't no sneaking.
No, I'm sneaking. Like I don't want nobody to know I got $1 million. Okay, I'm gonna hide that.
Oh my bad. I'm not. Okay, let me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm on here now. No, we want that $1 million to be known, but it's cool. Those who need to know will know.
Definitely. So you guys just recently went into a new building. Tell everybody what's going on with Kika First. Is it Entrepreneur Academy? I want to make sure I get it right.
Ma'am, you said it right.
I got it right.
Yes,
Now,
you did.
I'm gonna tell y'all a backlash of something that happened a month ago and what made me interested on bringing them into the show. So I was there. She was running. My sister was running the beauty supply store downstairs. And then as I walked upstairs, there was my sister was like, okay, I got the beauty supply store. Y'all going right. She went upstairs. And upstairs, I saw them actually doing a school session, and it was very empowering because they were teaching kids how to build robots. Like, okay, these kids nowadays still focusing on doing their 1, 2, 3s, and they might learn how to do some handwriting, cursive, or something like that. But it was empowering, so I was like, man, what's going on? And then the other room, they were doing like entrepreneur classes. I'm like, well, get them dollars then. So then it was expiring, and so I was like, you know what, I gotta bring y'all back because then I learned out that y'all were actually moving your academy because it was expanding to a new building. Where?
We moved into AARC Booker's campus.
Definitely.
So that's exciting. Booker, a pillar in the community, named after the great Booker T. Washington. And so that's been around for literally dozens, hundreds of years.
Yes.
In our community. And so it's an honor and a privilege to be able to have our school housed in such a historical place.
Definitely. So what empowered you guys to, you know what? We're going from a beauty supply store to now doing like a whole full school. Like where did that come from?
Just serial entrepreneurs, right?
Sure. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So you know what though? You know what's crazy about it? So the school expanded. We started in the space you were in above the beauty supply store, and now we're partnering with Booker Washington Center. But at this point now we've already run out of space at Booker Washington Center where we have. So now we have to expand. So we have to take over more of their property, which is a good thing. But it's like the wave keeps coming in because education is so bad in the city people need a alternative, and we're that alternative. So
Now y'all only been at Booker like a whole month,
Not
Yeah,
even. We
not
moved
even.
into Booker January 6th.
and y'all already
Today is the
expand.
15th. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
absolutely.
So, and it's like you said, it's awesome and it's exciting. And so we've had many parents reach out to us and are interested in putting their children in the school. Probably over 100 at this
Wow.
point since school has started. And I mean that number just keeps growing. And I mean it's a numbers game. Every 10 parents that reach out to us, one of them they're gonna follow through and their child's gonna be in the school. And so we're growing. I mean we get phone calls, text messages,
we got 3
emails.
today, 1 yesterday.
At least 2 or 3 times a week saying, "Hey,
What's the
tell me more about your school."
What's the curriculum like?
So the students get the foundational education that they're supposed to get. They get math, they get science, they get reading, they get writing, they get social studies, they get English.
Oh wow.
But in addition to that, I'm sorry, go ahead. You had a question?
Go ahead. No.
In addition to that, our students are learning about Black history. And so
Every day.
All right.
every day. So, at some point we incorporate some sort of Black history and not Black history before Black people were here in America. And so
Can I ask
go ahead.
another question?
Sure.
You guys didn't break the mold, did you?
Break the mold. I'm sorry, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
You guys were not
mold.
the first.
No. Are you allowing replicas of your
Of our
prototype?
school?
Yeah, prototype that you're building. Can you expand with it? Can you make it
Absolutely. So the plan is not to stop here in Rockford. We've already discussed taking this idea and moving it across the country. And because if students in Rockford can benefit from our entrepreneurial academy, then students in Chicago can benefit, and
That's
students
right.
in
That's
Detroit,
right.
and students in Atlanta, and students in LA.
So we can keep this,
Keep it going. Definitely.
keep it going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, along with the curriculum, all of our students have to start a small business. So we have students
I was waiting for that to come out.
so for them, starting a small business doesn't mean tomorrow they wake up and they own the Walmarts of the world. But for them, starting a small business may be making their own lip gloss. Or one of our students makes her own bracelets, and she started selling them in the community.
Sure.
One of our students likes to draw pictures. So, she's real cute. She sells her cuteness, but she draws pictures of flowers, candy, ice cream and sells them for $0.25. Or she'll draw you a picture on the spot for 60 cents. And so it's just instilling in them the idea of being an entrepreneur. So, I mean, for us, you call it hustling in the beginning, but if you keep telling the child, you're a business owner. You're a business owner. You're a business owner. Then by the time they're 18, then they're a business owner.
Yeah, who's the director of the project that you're putting together?
We co-direct. We work it out together.
So this is you guys' project.
Oh, that is theirs all day long.
They also have to become published authors. So every year that they're in school, they become a published author. Then at the end of the school year, we'll do a book fair. They can sign and autograph their books and sell their books and make money off their books. And so the goal with that is, especially if a child coming in kindergarten, if you have a published book for every year that you're in school from kindergarten to your senior year, by the time you leave senior year, if you decide not to go to college, no matter what you do, you have a resume with that many books published that you can go do speaking engagements. You can go, there's lots of money to be made in that arena. A lot of, especially when it comes to our community, a lot of us don't realize the power of literacy of having a book. But my business mentor told me that having a book is one of the most powerful things you can do. So we strongly encourage that. And so every student from the 4-year-olds all the way to the high school students all have to become published authors every year. That's a necessity. That's part of the curriculum. And
so it's actually necessary for us to keep this as a heightened alert awareness.
Yes.
Of a program like this is institutionalized right in our own community.
Definitely.
It is very important to keep that relevant in everything that we talk about.
Definitely.
That's how I feel.
Definitely. Yeah. One of the things that I always say, you got to lead by example. So when I look at you guys, I first noticed that your ability to what you put into your kids. So as you guys start to share your daughter's grades and your kids' grades, I was like, let me find out this baby smarter than I will ever be. Okay, with the master's degree. I mean, she was like, she's reading at what level?
Yeah, she tested to the top 2% of students in
Boom.
the country. So we started, but literally the day we brought her home from the hospital when she was born, we started
reading.
We started all types of education. So like your baby can read. We sat her down in front of lectures. We started working with her from that point. So if you go on our Facebook page, there's videos of her and my wife, and she's doing long range math at like 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we finally put her in private school at like 6. We took her into the school. They were like, "Hey, this is what our 3rd graders are doing, but your daughter was doing it at 2." So, but the thing is, it's not that she's so special. It's just that if you invest in children a certain way, this is the outcome. So there's lots of children that's in different systems that are similar to ours. That's similar to her. If you put into the children that same thing, you get the same similar output. And for us, it's about breaking, down the road. It's an investment. It's about breaking generational curses of poverty and cycles of violence and drug use and abuse and the criminalization of our community. So
right,
definitely. And the next thing I want to talk about is the fact that you guys also invest in the community in regards to and teach the community about generational wealth. So I just love what y'all do, the momentum that y'all making, and I know you guys started your academy off with your funds, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, they listen, y'all. They didn't go to no bank talking about give me a lot of money. They said, listen, I'm gonna invest in it first, and then I'm gonna help ask the community for assistance. So, and I love the fact that you guys reached out to the community, because now the community is just as invested in your business as you guys are, and most people don't understand that. Like the community got to be involved, and we're gonna ask the community to be more involved. So they do got a fundraiser that's out there that they're asking for additional funds for that as well to help support and continue the momentum that they're bringing into our community and within the 815, y'all. So tell them a little bit about that.
Yeah. How can we help you guys to make that occasion happen?
We are in the process of getting our website up and running. And so one of the first things that we're going to put on our website is a button to donate. So there'll be a donate button there. So the biggest thing we need from the community is finances and resources. And by resources, we mean their time. So we just...
I can help you guys to launch a website of such magnitude that would give you guys that donate button, because it's not easy to put a donation button on a website.
Okay.
And I have people in my pocket that can help you guys move that, and that's one of my donations, my contribution.
That's lovely.
Love it.
Help you
That's
guys
why you network.
We appreciate it.
There you go. Your network is your net worth. Okay.
So I'll start working on that as of tomorrow, and I'll put the word out there that I want you. Just leave us all your relevant information that we can make contact with you and start making the plan work.
We appreciate it.
Sounds lovely to me. No shyness with that. Yes, sir.
So go ahead, tell everybody about what you got and what you're needing from the community.
So we're in the process of trying to build a computer lab, and by build a computer lab, it just means put computers in a classroom. So with all of our students being required to be a published author, they have to write their book. So I'm a firm believer of writing your essay before you go to type it, right? So they have to write their book, and then they're going to actually type their book. And then we have people in place to help them go through the editorial process. So they have someone that'll help them edit their books after it's being typed so that it's ready to be published. And so if anyone out there would like to donate a computer, donate some tables, some chairs for the computers to go on,
or time and resource, or just your time, and anybody can come to the school and definitely help out.
Anybody can't just come to the school; they have to go.
Well, you got to go through a background check. But your time, people's time is definitely valuable, especially people in the community that are doing things. So the children, because we bring in a lot of guest speakers.
Location.
We are located at the Booker Washington Community Center, which is 1005.
Located in what part of the country?
Rockford, Illinois.
Rocky, Rocky is excited. When Rocky get excited, he jumping in. Rocky, look them folks finna question.
I just want to make sure that's out there. I don't want to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he definitely. Look at Mike. Mike co-signing.
That's true though. We got to keep repeating it. In other words, because people won't listen to it at the first time.
Definitely.
We want to make sure it's steady heard. That's the Booker T. Washington.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yes, building.
AARC Booker's campus.
Yes.
That's what they would like for everybody to know, which is the African American Resource Center, Booker's campus, located at 524 Kent Street, Rockford, Illinois 61102.
And what's y'all name? And what is y'all name?
My name is Sister Keshonda.
I am.
Say that a little louder. I didn't hear you.
My name is Sister Keshonda.
Okay, in your position?
I am one of the co-directors of the school.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I'm Brother Henry, and you know.
Oh Lord Jesus!
I'm also, people keep asking us. The news interviewed us this morning, and they kept asking like, "What's your title? What's your title?" And I'm like, "Man, we own it. We got all the titles. All the hats are here. Whatever title you want to put on the admin, teacher,
lunch lady,
we do it all at this
recess
point. By next year, we plan on expanding it enough where we can hire people and bring people in. But one of the things that make this project so critical is. It took innovation. So we don't actually have teachers in the school because the students teach themselves. So same way Facebook is the number one content provider, but they don't produce content. The people produce it, or the same way Alibaba, they don't have any hotels, but they're the number one.
Airbnb.
Airbnb. Yeah, Alibaba is retail, but even Alibaba don't produce no retail. They just resell.
Market,
it's the same type of innovation. So the school doesn't have any teachers. You have supervisors, and we have people that supervise. And if the children need help, they help. But once the children become readers, they're able to teach themselves. And so it frees up the community to be able to come in and pour in their resources and help. So people that have talent, skills, we love guest speakers. We love people that come in and show children what they do, how they do it. We like field trips, those types of things. So anything we can do to broaden the horizons of our young people, for them to see all of the many things that's out there for them to do, we're into all of that. I'm a big person of finding people that have talent and being like, I know this person has a talent that I don't have, and my only real talent is being like, look, this person got talent, and I can point to people that got talent, and that's a talent in and of itself.
Inspiration is what you guys are presenting.
Definitely,
and you are inspiring me to the fullest. I am so full of joy. I'm about to shed tears.
Listen,
I kid you not. This
y'all.
is elated. I'm enjoying this to the point where I just got to get involved.
Definitely.
I don't care what fashion, what level that I can come in to be involved. Just put me on your list.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
On your top list. Insert me and use me any kind of way, fashion.
Hey,
Rocky, you know once God's blessed us with this building. Did y'all get that? When God blessed us with this daggone building really soon, like not in the next couple of months or so. We're gonna invite the kids out for a little field trip and let them get involved with that. And I think that'll be like super dope once we get everything going and let them have a field day up and like, guess what? Let them produce a show on Soulful Discussions.
Field trip.
Definitely.
I'm talking about like a baseball game or something like that this
Rocky
summer.
got that dough.
Oh, you got that?
No. You didn't hear me say. I said Rocky got that dough.
No, the stadiums got that dough.
Oh,
right.
I can get them to give us free tickets.
Okay, I love it.
That's what's
awesome. So if you can round up a bus, we can cart them all there.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna work on that for a few baseball games this season.
Definitely, y'all. We gonna hold everybody accountable today.
Let's do it.
No, I'm just playing. Y'all know I like to play on the show because it makes it fun. But what else y'all got? Y'all?
We're planning for this big book fair that's at the end of the school year. So going into the last week of May. So I think May 30th is a Saturday. The Wednesday leading up to that Saturday, we're planning to do a book fair at our school. So if you know of any authors, local, national, again, we're going to ask authors to donate their books to our book fair and get hopefully schools to maybe bus their children over to our book fair.
Love it.
And then, buy books, and we'll send the authors their money or their portion of it. However we work it out. But we're trying to put together this book fair in our school. And we want our students to be featured authors in this book fair. So, if they're in school from 8 to 4, we'll have one of them be a featured author from 10 to 11, and one of them from 11 to 12, and one of them from 12 to 1. So that means that people that come into the community can see the books that our children have written and even get their books signed by one of our students.
Girl, I'm over here sitting here thinking like, Ooh. I'm just thinking about all the books that we've had on our show that actually do literacy book fairs and things of that nature that I can reach out to and just be like, hey, y'all like to give out books. So, you guys, if you guys would like to donate to this cause, you guys, I mean, think about sharing is caring first and foremost.
Yes.
And it's always a wonderful thing when we're giving back for the kids. You guys separate everything else for them babies. Those are our future. So let everybody know how they can get in contact with you in regards to your upcoming event, and once again, give them the date, time, all that stuff, when the book fair is going to take place, and where they can send the books to.
The date and time is to be determined.
Okay.
The date and time is to be determined. The best way to get in contact right now is through our Facebook page, which if you type in KIFERS, our beauty supply store comes up, and then Entrepreneurial Academy comes up. The school is the Entrepreneurial Academy. Send us a message. Everybody has technology these days, so we get the messages right away. Usually respond to them within minutes if we're available. If not, the same day. We can be reached via email. Same thing, kikafers@gmail.com. We can be reached via Facebook Messenger through, I just said that, through the Facebook app, and through email, but through cell phone.
Okay.
So you can contact me on my cell at 313-657-3548. And so where the books can be donated, we got to figure that out.
Definitely.
We got to organize that. But in the meantime, you can at least be in contact, say, hey, I got 20 books I'll send your way. I can kind of keep track of that, and we'll be in touch in the future.
Definitely, y'all. So y'all hear it. Y'all make sure y'all get involved. I wasn't finished, but go ahead.
I had to put that plugger in. So we doing our next entrepreneur workshop actually be January 25th. And I don't know if people understand like the big term, the long-term goals we have. I don't have time to share them all, but one of the big things that we are doing, because Kikafer's Entrepreneurial Academy is two-sided in its functions. One side is for the children, K through 12. The other side is for adults. And so it's our desire in Rockford to build a Black business district. And so that means you have to put other people on. So that means while we're doing our thing, we want to also be able to produce other millionaires to be able to have businesses to give back to the community. And once you have a pool of those, there's no reason why instead of having 10 brothers selling dope, you can have 10 brothers pulling up in Maseratis and Maybachs and whatnot. So these entrepreneur workshops that we do are literally set to not just, we don't believe in just information or just inspiration. We believe in inspiration plus information.
Right.
So we give out on a consistent basis every month. We do these, and the goal is to help people get to the next level, whatever that level may be, or scale your business or network and put you in contact with people that are doing things. So the tickets are $20, and it'll be January 25th at Kikafers, which is 3424 North Main Street, Rockford, Illinois.
Right.
Now, here's the thing, y'all. I realize in Rockford, y'all don't like free. I don't know. I mean, y'all don't like the free. So here's the thing. This is an investment into your future. Now, y'all can sit here and talk about how y'all don't like y'all job and how y'all tired of it. Well, guess what? Jump off, and guess what comes to his investment? Entrepreneurship. What you call it? Seminar.
It's a workshop.
Workshop, y'all, and then you guys will get more insight on how to build wealth. Okay, and take that risk and to be an entrepreneur. And when you look at these folks here, Kikafer Beauty Supply Store. Let me give you all this. Let me give you the rundown, okay? They actually own their own line when it comes to products.
Yes,
and I love it. That body lotion. Oh my God, I feel like you put that body lotion and you be like, woo wee. And so when it all boils down, then you got the entrepreneur schools, and then they got the workshops that's going on. And when it all boils down, they're right here within the 815, y'all. Guess how I know? I use my resources and I was nosy. Y'all need to get nosy too, y'all. Kikafer's Academy, aka Beauty Supply Store, aka Entrepreneurship, aka I can aka it forever. But guess what I know? What I want y'all to do is go to Kikafer's and look it up. Go to Facebook, do your own research, and y'all gonna see that they legit. They drop them jewels. Y'all better catch it. Kikafer's Academy. See y'all in a minute. Y'all, we'll be right back up with Tristan, aka Mr. Relevant. We'll be back in a minute. So, watch me.
Do it. For sure. Anything. Do it. Watch me do my thing. 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 Do my thing, no doubt. Do it. Do my thing, show out. Do it. Do my thing, why did? Do it. You ain't seen none yet. Hold up. Watch me do my thing.
my thing, no doubt. Do it, do my thing, show out. Do my thing, why did? You ain't seen none yet. Hold up, do it. They say they gon' stop me. Do it. Hit the ground running. Who gon' block me? Do it. Ooh, got 'em heads turning. Watch me. Do it. I set the standard. Thank you, guitar. Come on, now you know they can't do it like I can. Keep them haters on their job. Time to clock in. I know they watching. Hold up. Wait a minute. I put my shine on pause and let you hate a minute. Watch me do my thing. 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 Do my thing, no doubt. Do my thing, show out. Do my thing, why did? You ain't seen none yet. Hold up. Watch me do my thing. 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 Do my thing, no doubt. Do my thing, show out. Do my thing, why did? You ain't seen none yet. Hold up. Move. Hater back up off me. Move. Ain't no sense in talking, I just do it. Do it. Watch them try and copy. Ooh, hold up now. You better watch it. Cause I'ma work it like I talk it, I'ma do my thing. Same thing from the get-go, do not change. Hold up for you roll up through my lane. Taking shots this way, you do not aim. Run on me, oh no you don't. Shine on me, oh no you won't. Try your luck, we gon' see. All eyes on me. Watch me do my thing. 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 Do my thing, no doubt. Do my thing, show out. Do my thing, why did? You ain't seen none yet. Hold up. Watch me do my thing. 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 Do my thing, no doubt. Do my thing, show out. Do my thing, why did? You ain't seen none yet. Hold up.
Freeport, what's happening? It's your boy G Todd. Look, you already know what it is. Tune in to WQJT Flight Radio, where you got Miss Malaysia, you got the Queen Tina Renee, and your boy Mike J on the ones and twos. No better place to be. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. That song, Watch Me Do My Thing, Watch Me Do My Thing. Like, I'm too old for this, but I'm telling you, get you cranked up. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all, welcome back to Soulful Discussions, Flight Radio 105.7. Oh, y'all already know what it's all about. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Y'all know we already got a jam-packed lineup. Shout out to G-Top for that dang on intro. Hey, G-Top.
It's nice.
Definitely, y'all. If y'all didn't tune in for the beginning of the show, y'all missed a really good treat, y'all. Yeah. We had Kicker Fergus Academy that was here, and y'all, they dropped so many jewels. Right. A multifaceted business that covers so many layers. But today we really wanted to focus in on Kicker Fergus Entrepreneur Academy that helped the kids, man. Yeah. What I love about them, they teach the kids all the basic curriculums, but the only thing other couple things that they incorporate is Black history. They make them own their own business, start their own business. They make them authors at a young age, and I just love it. Love what they're doing and the momentum that they're placing within the 815. They're already ready to expand into a new building, which is amazing. And then we double back with DJ Flash and his journey to finding a new heart. His anniversary is coming up this Saturday, so we wanted to make sure he know that we love us some DJ Flash. We don't AKA Calvin Martin. Yes. And then I learned today that y'all can see his picture when you go to the DMV. I'm gonna be up there taking pictures. Like, this is my friend. Yeah, yes. That's exactly how it's gonna go down. Like, for real. Look, we got pictures together. I know him. There you go. Y'all, now coming up, we got Tristan, a.k.a. Mr. Relevant, y'all. Hey. Listen, we're going to give his story, and y'all more than welcome to call in 815-312-3172. But Tristan, what's up, dude?
What's going on, y'all?
Man, let me find out that you come up in here with this shirt on. Your own shirt. You didn't give me one. Or Malaysia or Mike. Like, we got a problem.
We hurt.
Just because of that, we are your brand ambassadors. Thank you. We want shirts the next time we see your face.
Okay.
Right.
You okay with that?
I got you.
So, what's up, dude?
I'm good.
You good? You
Yeah,
good? Are you nervous? I'm putting you
Nah,
out there,
nah,
Blaze.
ain't-
Look, I mean, that man ain't
Put
stopped
me
smiling
up.
since he opened on the mic. Jeez,
Put
you're
me up.
perfect teeth, boy. That's what I'm saying. You got the pearly white showing. So relevant. Tell everybody where you from. What's the concept of it? Like, how did you come up with the name?
Okay. Well, basically, I had started because I was going through like a tough time in my life and going through some trials and tribulations. And at a point in time, I really wasn't, feeling as I felt irrelevant myself personally for what I was dealing with. And basically, going through what I was going through, I looked at it from a broader perspective of other people, what they go through in life. And I felt like that basically, other people are, within like feeling irrelevant just as well as I was at that point in time in my life. So basically, it was like a thing of me just feeling like that, just looking at it in a broader sense that every, no matter what walks of life you go through, where you come from, we all have a purpose.
Right.
We all serve a point of relevance in this world, no matter where you come from. And it hit me as an idea, and it's something that I feel like would stick to other people as well.
Definitely. Now you got all types of T-shirts. What all are you selling? Like, give me that bag. I just want the bag. I'm not just saying the cash. I do want the cash, but I want that bag. So tell everybody what you got going on.
I actually have it's actually my line is a premium streetwear line. It's a unisex line for male and female, and that's pretty much where it's at right now. Looking to expand to other things, but that's where we at this point.
Okay.
So what's your favorite
What's
item?
your favorite? There you go.
Oh, what's my favorite? This is one of my favorites.
Let everybody see it. Come on, slide over here since he bring me a thing on T-shirt. It's definitely fire.
Relevant logo tee, and it's on the website right now.
Yep.
Now, I like the blue bag. I'm gonna keep on saying that because hopefully one day you can bring us one as a courtesy gift. Yeah, we begging. Yeah, we begging. No, all jokes aside, what was really inspired me as I saw you put your line out there, I was like, now that the quality is amazing. I'm liking it. I haven't felt it yet. I need to feel it. Let me feel it. Y'all, it ain't cheap. I promise. He did not get that cheap shirt. No, I mean, the flavor. I say the flavor. The look was just like, okay, let me find out that it's like Jay-Z type look. Okay, give me that. I love it. I mean, I love what you're doing. And then you're young. You want to tell everybody how young you are and what you're inspiring and
Right. He's laughing like, oh,
you can say, are you younger than 30? You younger than 30?
Nah, I'm older than 30.
Okay, well, you mid-30s?
Nah, I tell.
Okay, let me tell you the reason why you look like you're 12. That's the reason why I was trying to get your experience and tell everybody.
Keep up with Tina.
It was a reason. I wanted to show y'all how he's young and he able to a vision, and he carried out with his vision and took the necessary risks to get him where he is. And now he's wearing his own apparel. He's not wearing anybody else's line. He's wearing his. Yeah. That was the ideal of it.
Right.
Boom. That was it, y'all. I wanted people to know that guess what? You made that happen and you should be proud of that, dude. Like everybody in 815 need to be trying to figure out what the relevant is and how to purchase some. So tell everybody where to go.
www.relevantcollection.com.
Definitely. And they're gonna get that. Y'all make sure y'all cop it. What else? Malaysia, what you got for him?
What inspired you to start a clothing line?
Basically, I was basically to start. Basically, it was just a matter of me feeling like, at a point in time that, I've always been into fashion. Let me say that. I've always loved fashion. I've always liked putting myself together. I always like to coordinate, So it came natural for me, and this was a gift that I actually didn't necessarily needed to think about. I just do it, so it's natural for me.
Well, I just want to say, with your coordination, you knew we were going to have some rivalry. You see this Cubs hat, he got a Sox hat on. We got a problem. Houston, we have a problem up in here.
No.
What you was thinking?
He was good.
No.
He was good.
You see the
Right
cups? He got socks. We
He's
not
got socks on.
coordinating. What
He's
the
socks.
world?
Look, Rocky. He said, "Yeah."
He's coordinating.
Got coordinated.
Well,
Yeah,
first and
that's coordinating.
foremost, you're coordinate with me today, okay? Right?
Too lively.
Get your life, okay? You is coordinate with cups right now. So no jokes aside, what else you got for me?
What's been the hardest part of being an entrepreneur?
The hardest part is basically, you know how you have times where you know doing this thing where you feel like you're alone with it, but you can't give up. You know, if you believe in what you do, keep it going. You know, just keep striving. You know, you gotta have that dog. You gotta have some fight in you though. If you don't, you ain't gonna be able to keep up.
That's right.
Look, his friend over here thugging like, yeah, man. You gotta keep it right here. Okay, what else?
But that's true though. I agree with him. Entrepreneurship requires people to be very consistent in their behavior. You know, there's a lot of things you come up with an idea, but 9 times out of 10 that idea doesn't necessarily come out exactly how you purposed it. So it takes a type of warrior to stay in this game. So I think that's very important to touch on.
Definitely, folks has been. I'm sorry, Rocky. You want to go?
Yeah, I was just also going to say we can't leave out marketing strategies. That is that's one of the elevation of any entrepreneur. He have a strategy plan going on, how he's going to market it, where the demographic that he's trying to market to, that he's targeting, especially in the local community area. How do you get patronism in your own community? How do you get clientele within your own community? So who's going to be the people can on the lower level, on the ground level, can actually reach your product?
Well, I'm actually working on that, like continuously, like marketing and strategies and getting that done. So it'll be seen like furthermore, you know, between the community and stuff. But at this time, you know, I'm just working on that, you know, and building, you know, but you gotta start somewhere. If you don't jump and you don't get out there and do it, then you'll continue to procrastinate. So I'm just the one that jumped, and now I'm, you know, gonna make something happen, and I'm not gonna give up.
And I see it, dude. I see your post, your concept post to put it out there to make sure know that, hey, y'all need to be relevant with these clothes on. So like you're constantly posting, and as people know, that social media is one of the number one forms of getting your marketing out there nowadays, and people pulling people to the website. You dropped it on there before I even wanted to join the show, and I was like, let me be nosy out here in these streets. That blue bag
And networking. I mean, if
definitely.
you're networking with people that are in your same category, you'd be surprised on how they're letting you know how they're growing their product, especially when you're a young guy coming up into this thing. Information is your most valuable tool that you can actually go run for. And so as you do your strategy and your plans, man, get all the advice and a wealth of knowledge of information in your category as an entrepreneur. And man, you'll find out you behind the 8 ball, and you're trying to get from behind that 8 ball.
Definitely.
So you'll grow. You'll grow.
Yeah.
I think you've been a little humble too, because I think last time I checked your Instagram, you had like about 4,000, 5,000 followers. So how did you build such a large following?
Just I came out the gate. Just I self-market everything, like myself, within putting it out there and content. Like I did all my own content. Created everything on my page, and people gravitated to it, and it was relatable. So that's, you know, basic, you know, way of how I did it, and it just took off further than I expected it to, though. But you know,
how do you feel about having quality, like quality content, quality products? How important is that?
It's very important because it's a premium streetwear line, particularly for what I'm doing. So quality is very important because you want customers get what they pay for, and don't sell them short. So that's how I feel about it.
Definitely. Yo, we got a caller on the line. Caller, how you doing? Thank you for calling Flight Radio 105.7.
I'm doing pretty good, man. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. I love the show so far. I got a quick question for Tristan and his brand. I like the name Relevant, you know, and, you know, I know there's some type of special meaning that he talked about, you know, with relevance, but I wanted him to dwell a little deeper in terms of his personal, and getting to that, it's easy to come up with a name and put a product out there, but you want to reach people like the local community that may be sympathetic to what he went through a little bit. He don't got to go through details, but I know Tristan, and I follow his brand. And
somebody know you. What, caller? What's your name?
Edward.
Edward?
Yeah.
Oh, you know who Edward is. Who is Edward?
Right. That's my brother.
Oh, okay.
That's actually
so he got the inside
scoop. He a lot. He a mentor.
Yes.
He has he's a person who inspired me to even jump.
That's good, Edward.
Yeah, that's very
So
good.
he see the good in me. He see the greatness in me. He was
man,
actually
right.
like the first person to believe in me, to be honest, for what I'm doing. So
well, that's good.
I love it.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. You know,
man.
Shout out.
That's my boy, though.
Yeah, shout out to you, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, Edward.
Yeah. He got great potential, man, and he's a down-to-earth guy and everything. And I just want everybody to know that, beyond the person you see, is somebody who has a passion for a product like his to captivate, other people and bring them through whatever they're going through. A lot of people go through stuff, man, and I've seen him at his lowest point, and that's why I wanted him to dwell a little bit on that, because that's an element that's also going to make his product marketable.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Give them what they want.
Man.
There you go. Let me tell you, Eddie said, I am on your marketing team right now. He done already put your product before. He was like, listen, you want this relevant line? You don't even know, man. This is going to give you life. It might give you Nike wings. Well, shout out to Eddie. Eddie, thank you so much for calling and giving him that courage, because he was all shy and stuff. Now he going to jump out there and he finna just do it. But Eddie, thank you for, I would say he on his behalf. I know he like, man, you have my back.
That's my boy, though. Like I said, he inspired me. He's one of the people that inspired me to believe in me, and he's doing his own thing as well too. So he has his own brand and stuff he got going on. So he was one of the people that inspired me, like I said, to actually just jump out there and do it and really just step out on faith. Because I'm a spiritual guy too. So that plays a part in me actually doing that. So God was the answer for me to do it. So that was my faith that had me to actually jump out and say, I can do this.
Definitely. So, all right, Eddie. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
All right, Ed.
Eddie?
No, he's in the background.
Eddie? Okay, he gone. Dang it, Eddie. You didn't say bye. Hurt my little feelings. Eddie, I'm about to bring you on too. Tristan, and, a lot of people don't understand, and I love this, and I hear this consistently with everybody that has taken on the entrepreneurship role, faith. Right. Tempted, faith. I don't know, but God pushed you out there, and I'm glad that they pushed you out there, because I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yes. Definitely. Yo, we got another caller. Huh?
Nothing. I thought Malaysia had something.
Oh, I thought so too. I was looking at her. There was a pause.
He's actually answered all my questions.
There you go.
Just what advice would you give to any entrepreneur who is looking to either start a clothing line or just get out there on faith and start their own business?
I would say you'll never know if you don't start. So just start, and even if you don't know everything, for what you do know, use that to your advantage, and create a circle of people that know more than you know, because those people can help you what you're lacking. And they can, when you feel down or whatever, they can push you further. So surround yourself with the right people, and be encouraged with the people that you surround yourself with within that circle. So that's what I would say.
That's what's
all right, yo, we got a caller just called in. Caller, how you doing? What's your name?
Nino.
Uh-oh. Hey, Nino, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, where you from, Nino?
Chicago.
From Chicago. So Tristan over here laughing, so I know you must be Tristan's boy. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. That's my blood.
Oh, okay.
That's your what?
My brother.
How many brothers you got?
Yeah, it's right. We deep. We deep.
Your friend over there saying, man, it's a long line in the boys, man. Like you got a whole tribe of them
brothers everywhere.
Nino, what you got for Tristan?
I just want to say, I'm fond about what he's doing. I see him doing the thing, and
Okay.
He's fading back.
I just want to tell him, I'm picking up for him.
He's so
I
happy.
love what he's doing.
All right.
I'm proud of him.
You faded back, so you're going to have to put your mouth closer to that phone and say that one more time for me. I want to make sure everybody hears that.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. I just want to say, I'm proud of you, big bro. Keep doing your thing. You inspiring a lot of people out here in the world, and keep inspiring them, keep bringing the relevance to them, keep showing them what you do, what's best. So, I'm just loving what you're doing, bro.
Man, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
Hey, Nino, you got any shout outs you got?
I just maybe want to shout out, my brother and my girl also as well. She wants to send a big shout out to him as well.
Mm-hmm.
All the family just want to let him know he's doing an incredible job. He's standing on everything we ever talked about, and I love seeing him doing what he's doing. He's a big inspiration, and just keep on pushing it, keep on going with it.
Definitely.
All
right, Nino. Thank you for calling in.
Okay. All right.
Make sure you tune in every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Facebook Live for Soulful Discussions. Okay? All right, man. Tristan, so tell everybody where they can find your products.
Again, you can find my products on my website, www.relevantcollection.com. I can put it out there.
What?
Social media.
Yeah, put it out there.
I'm just making sure. All right. As well as on Instagram, Relevant Enterprise number 1. And for Facebook, it's Pound Relevant. That's where you can find all of our products and anything that has something to do with relevant. You can find it there.
That's what's up. Now, look, we trying to get relevant. So with that said, y'all make sure y'all look up Soulful Discussions, because every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. we are here, and we want to continue to draw our listeners. So we're asking you guys to do one thing for us. That is share us, right? So make sure you hit that share button down there. Boop, boop. Share us 3 times. Tag a friend and anything like that. Y'all know how we do it. We actually bring the community together by identifying folks that's making move within our community. And that's what it's all about. It's not about just being on the radio and talking what we want to talk about. We talk about real things that's impacting our community all the way around, okay? In the seat. You want me to say it again?
Say it again a little louder now.
I'm going to mess that thing up. Y'all know I'm down country. I didn't think about it. I was letting God speak to me. So, yeah. But once again, y'all, we talk about real things that's impacting our community, and we're bringing folks together to be able to make an impact in our community. Most radios, shows, guess what? You're talking about partying all day long. We're talking about making a difference, and folks that's making a difference and moves within the 815. Y'all, make sure y'all tune in every Wednesday. Y'all can, if you got something going on and you want to be a part of our show, WQJT submit 1057@gmail.com. You guys are more than welcome to email us. If you got music, indie artists, we love you too. We want to make sure we promote your brand and things that you guys got going on. We're already booked for February already. Ooh. January is already booked, y'all. So ain't no more folks coming on until March. You want to join our show on March? We need you. We love you. Every 3rd week, we got men's night. Every 4th week, we got the ladies' night. So if you guys want to be a part of that, make sure y'all do so. Tune in just a minute. We're going to take a break. We got Michelle Grace coming up from the Freeport District School District, middle school, y'all. We're going to talk about some of the controversy that's taking place in Freeport. We'll be back in just a minute. Soulful Discussions, Flight Radio 105.7.
Hey, Freeport, this is your girl, Brown Sugar Brown from Waterloo, Iowa. And when I'm in Freeport, I'm tuned in to 105.7 FM, WQJT Flight Radio with the Queen, Tina Renee. Buckle up and take flight with WQJT Radio, 105.7 FM. You're listening to 105.7 WQJT Flight Radio with DJ Mike J, where he gives you the hottest sounds of R&B from back in the day and today.
reach no matter what. Yeah. I'm not far away. No matter how far it seems I've gone on the road. Reach for me, baby, baby. And if you want me, let me see them open arms on the road. Reach for me, baby, baby. I'm not far away. And if you think I haven't seen your vision of giving you my heart and run away with you, oh, I promise I'm not ignoring, I'm listening. I tell you when I'm ready, we can head for the moon. That's all I really want. That's all I really want, yeah. So if you're really the one, yeah, then you reach no matter what, yeah. I'm not far away, no matter how far it seems I've gone on the road. Reach for me, baby, baby. And if you want me, let me see them open arms, see them open arms. Reach for me, baby, baby. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You ain't gotta wait long. I'll be there before you know it. I'm not far away. No, I'm not far away, no. Come on and reach for me. And if you think I didn't hear, keep calling. Calling my heart. No matter how far it seems I've gone, reach for me, baby. Ooh. And if you want me, let me see them open arms. Oh, baby, reach for me, baby. Oh, yeah. No matter how far it seems I've gone, no matter, no. Reach for me. Ooh, baby, you can reach for me. Hey, baby, you can reach for me. See them open, see them open arms. Reach for me, baby.
Reach for me. Reach for me. Wow.
Shout out to indie artists, man.
Yep. Hey, not indie. That's the brand new in vogue.
That's the brand new in vogue, Mike.
The brand new in vogue.
I thought that.
How do we get that?
Yes.
So,
put it right there in the inbox.
Mike,
I'm telling all the independent artists that's out there, you know, Flight Radio is definitely catching a hold out there in the airwaves. In Vogue sent that song just 2 days ago. Reach for me. It's in the inbox.
You know what? I didn't even. You know what? I did see it, Mike.
Then I took it out.
Let me tell you, Mike be trying
by
to
accident. I'm sorry.
Okay, I did, and I was looking. I was like, "Is that in Vogue?"
Yes.
This man be getting some of the songs from almost every. Yes. Who was else did we get?
Their manager, Carl Withers, sent that to Flight Radio to get that out there. Reach for Me is the name of the song.
Now, I want to let y'all know. So, for all the folks that's been asleep on Flight Radio 105.7, I want y'all to know we are expanding, you guys. Expanding. And we already got a Street Beat team out in Atlanta.
Yes.
And then on top of that, okay, y'all sleep on that still? I want to wake y'all up just a little bit more, okay? So, Mike, where's the new area we're in?
We're now branding out of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Miss Angela Davis is on our Street Beat team also, so she will be covering the whole state of Michigan and the reserve, the Army reserves and things like that, all the veterans and stuff like that. So
what y'all say? Oh, okay. I want to make sure y'all know.
Right.
This is the reason why y'all want to jump on the board, because sometimes you guys don't see it when we're small, right? When a person is small, y'all don't see the footsteps that they make until they become big. Yeah. And at that time, you too late. So catch on now while we're small. And don't say we acting funny when them dang old folks start joining on, right? Because we ain't trying to act funny. Right. We want to continue to make sure as we continue to grow, our main focus will continue to be our community. Within an 815, pushing and making dreams happen within 815 and putting the word out there.
So down there in Atlanta, Miss Shardy Croft is handling our Atlanta Street Beat team.
There you go, y'all. So
Yes.
we're expanding. Best believe we'll hit all 50 states eventually, okay?
Right.
And that's the goal. Continue to build each and every day, which is going to get us to where we need to be.
That's right.
And that's touching all 50 states, y'all. Want
Yes.
to make sure I come through and give some shout outs on some comments that was made. Zandy Shields, a book fair, that would be so dope. And I think it's definitely going to be that. Patrick Pursley is all over my dang on Facebook Live. He said, Tommy Marks, 1 year anniversary, exonerated. Jenner and Block is releasing a film. A wrongful conviction podcast is dropping today. He said,
Okay.
y'all might as well get ready.
Okay.
All ready all day. So just want to make sure I throw that out there. I did want to give a special birthday shout out to Jessica Spineherney. If I said your name wrong, don't be mad. I can't sound it out actually. I'm gonna say my girl Jessica that was on Facebook all on our page and say it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Jessica.
Happy birthday,
I told
Jessica.
you I would do it. So happy birthday on behalf of Flight Radio, yo. We are back, and we got our girl back. Michelle, what's up, girl?
Hey, how you
All right.
doing?
Hey.
To be back. Thank you for having me.
They are ready for you. I got Tavia said, did Michelle Griggs come yet?
Yeah.
She is here.
She
Michelle Griggs is here.
Definitely. The last time you were on your show, we were talking about your book.
Yes.
An amazing book therein. So,
Thank you.
and then we had to invite you back because you did so great, and everything that you got and that's surrounding you is just lovely. So,
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Appreciate it.
tell the listeners again about who you are.
My name is Michelle Griggs, and I am a special education teacher at Freeport Middle School. And I'm a mom. I'm a Christian. I'm a member of the St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church here in Freeport, where Pastor Funches, Antoine Funches Sr. is our pastor.
Yes.
And I'm a community member, and I'm a pretzel. So once a pretzel, always a pretzel.
Yeah. I just got to visit y'all school because I want to be a pretzel. Okay, I can't be a pretzel, can I?
I mean,
I want to feel the
can be an
momentum. Honorary pretzel. I like that. Let me be an honorary pretzel.
Yeah.
Because I want to feel what the feel like to be a pretzel. Because Freeport, when they say a pretzel, everybody like, I'm a pretzel. I'm like, let me feel
Lots
that.
of pretzel
That's
pride.
it.
That's it. That's what's up. So, Malaysia, what you got for Miss Michelle today?
So we're going to get right into the question that everybody wants to ask. What is your take on the Freeport's Middle School Chat and Chew? We talked about that a couple episodes ago when it first came out. There was a lot of controversy surrounding it. A lot of people kind of understood it. Some people didn't. So what is your take on it?
I think it's a wonderful initiative. If you know anything about Freeport Middle School, Freeport School District, taking the opportunity to listen to our students to find out what they need to move them forward, and then really listening, which is what our principal, our administration has done, to find out what they need and to move in a direction that's positive. This is a positive thing.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely wonderful, first of all, not only just to think about it, talk about it, but then to move forward into it. Taking the time to speak to our kids. What's going on with you? So we can figure out how we can move you into a future that's possible. I think it's a wonderful initiative, and I stand behind my administration.
Definitely. I think a lot of times social media get a hold of it and they'll take it and flip it and turn it upside down
things
versus getting involved in that situation.
And that's exactly it. Get involved.
It's always easy to stand back and criticize and scrutinize and not being, and if you're not involved or being a partaker, who are you to? That's a sinister viewpoint of people's opinions and things like that. It's not helping the growth of the school nor the children.
Exactly.
Because you need to be a part of their growth and their prosperity.
And that's
if you don't have no resolution, you don't have resolution for the helping and support, you know what to do next.
Yeah. And I think that's 100% it. You have to be a participant. Don't talk on the sideline. And if you don't understand, ask a question. Our principal, our vice principal, our dean, our counselors, our staff, we're there for those children. And you have an opportunity as a parent, as a community member, to come and ask a question. If you don't understand, don't put something out there that you can't really substantiate. Okay.
Right.
If you want to know, come and ask.
Right.
Come and observe. Join your child in class. As a teacher, as a person who is an educator who has worked hard for their education, like every other teacher, para, professional in that building has done, come ask. I challenge you to come sit in a classroom with your child. We see your child. We know who your child is.
Mhm.
We
Right.
love your children. Don't get me wrong. We would not come back to this job if we didn't love it.
There you
Trust
go.
me. Speaking from the stress that comes from that, no ma'am. No sir. No way. You know, we love being there. It takes a special type of person to deal with middle school children. And we love our children. And we want the best for them. So come out and ask. Come sit with your child if you think they're not doing what the teacher's not doing. I think it's important that you understand what's
Right.
happening in the classroom.
Amen.
So
Definitely.
if you have questions, ask.
I want to say stress. Come visit and see how your kid is behaving.
Yes.
If they acting bad at home, y'all know they acting a fool in that dang on school. Okay, Mike. Look, Mike hit Mike about to. If Mike had hit me with that no right there, he would have hit me with the no, Tina, no. I'm being honest though. I think involvement of parents is essential. When I first heard about the when it hit the news about the separation, I thought, man, like what would be the reason why they're doing it? So oftentimes we don't dissect it and think through it first. The first thing is reactionary. So my thought was maybe what they're wanting to do is put people in front of them that look like them, walk like them, that talk like them.
Exactly.
That will actually enable the kids to open up and be more expressive. The hardest part of it, and George Bush said this on the last show, he said, you know, I was a teacher and I didn't understand some of the struggles that my student had.
Yeah.
Her hair was curly, aka rough, okay, rose up, right? So what he did was like, you know what, I went and got something for my child, my student, to make sure her hair when she got out of the swimming pool, it didn't curl up so much and it wasn't as rough. So I think understanding that the teachers sometimes have to do things that's different to capture the attention of the students is something that they're trying, you guys. They're trying to find a way to connect with these kids. It's no longer about reading books because we don't take the time to read books at home no more. I'm gonna be honest with you. The kids are now on YouTube. So finding ways to connect with these kids is sometimes almost impossible when they're mental, they're everywhere else. So I love what y'all doing. And like after Mike went to the seminar, it actually opened up a can of worms for some other things that identify some of the issues that's going on right in our Black community. But I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna let Malaysia bring it up.
But since you hit on that point, why do you think there was such a large gap in the disciplinary actions taken for African American boys than any other race?
I've asked myself that question as a person who's a teacher. I see our kids a lot more. Our kids are very vocal. Our students are very, what's the right word? I love our kids. They're they're
expressive.
Yeah, very expressive. And sometimes that expression gets on a teacher's nerve. You can't do your expression when she's trying to teach a lesson.
Okay.
Okay.
Disruptive.
You got to buckle down and do what you're supposed to do. And as a student, sometimes it's not easy to do that. And sometimes kids just aren't going to be quiet. And if they're being provoked, there's something maybe a teacher didn't see or hear, and they just happen to catch that student. That's a mistake. That's something that happens. But teachers are human just like their students are. But I go back to the point I made earlier. You know your child. If your child is not Larry Sunshine or, Marty Sunshine and they got a mouth, they're going to get called on it sometimes.
Definitely.
Especially when the teacher's trying to conduct business in the class or the administrators. When our students get angry, we give them an opportunity to express themselves. They get a chance to walk. They get a chance to talk. They go to the dean. They have those safe places that they can get to, but they've got to do the work as well. And I think because of coming from a teacher's perspective, because of not understanding sometimes that our students, maybe they didn't eat. Maybe they had to take care of their brothers and sisters before they got to school.
Yeah.
Maybe they got into an argument with a parent or a friend, or something happened on the way to school that totally threw them off. We get that, but sometimes we don't pay attention to those things. We don't know the environment our students are coming from when they get there. And therefore, sometimes we don't know how to teach them.
Yes.
We don't know how to reach them.
There you go.
But if it's something that happens on a consistent basis with a student that's always got something to say, that's always in it, we got to dig a little deeper and find out what's going on. And sometimes when our teachers do that and our students aren't receptive to that, that's what happens. That discipline comes out. But as far as having such a large gap between the statistics of every other student, I think It could be a number of different things, but I do think the environment plays a role in it. I think the attitude of the teacher towards the student plays a role. Everyone has their day.
Right.
Everybody has their day. But as a professional, it's not easy to deal with students every single day that have the same problems. And when they're coming in constantly interrupting and there's a problem, and it's not an easy job. It's not.
Right.
But I don't think that it's malicious. I don't think it's something that's purposeful. It could be.
Right.
I'm not saying that it's not, but in my opinion, from where I work and who I've seen work with these kids, it's not purposeful.
Definitely.
And it's not intentional. We're going to target them. And sometimes it has been a target.
Right.
Sometimes our students come with reputations, and those reputations put targets on our kids' back. But there are those of us who are there that say, listen, you got to come a little better, come a little higher, because we're trying to work to get you where you want to be.
Right.
You can't do that when you act like this, that, and the third.
Definitely.
Right. And our administration is wonderful. They work very well with our students. They don't just, make decisions arbitrarily from the side. They think about what's going into the discipline for these children.
Definitely.
Not just our children. I mean, all of the kids. And it's a compassion thing. They really do care about what happens to our kids, all of them.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
I think about every institution, every school has bylaws or rules that they have to follow. And majority of every school that I've been to, respect has a lot to do with one of the foundations that kids must have, not only for their peers, their teachers, and themselves.
Yeah.
So like when we think about when a child even get to the point where they're being written up, there's like 3 to 4 different steps that they have to take. So you guys, that's all lined out in the student handbook. And this is where I would say, if we have something to say, that involvement of the parents is essential. I say we don't have bad kids. We have kids with bad days. And those bad days comes with a lot of what you said. Hunger. Some of these kids, the only lunch that they have is what they eat when they're in school. So I love the schools that's saying, listen, once we pack up for the day, we're going to send some of these lunches home. I saw that started in Rockford, and I can't wait for it to expand out into the other communities and things of that nature, and other folks capture on, because they don't have. Some kids are out there without light. Some kids are still wearing the same clothes the whole entire week. So you definitely don't know the foundation for where it is. But I think what happened during this time is we stopped working together as a community. It took a family, a village to raise a household. And guess what? Now it's a one-parent household, and it's struggling. I think a lot of men, and I say boys, men, things of that nature, we're struggling because we don't have that resource, that male figure in the household. I'm still going to say that. And the family figure in the household to hold it together. Grandfather would check a child with a bad behavior. Papa, grandmother, auntie, uncle. Because what we were taught when I was younger is you go to school, you get an education. You're not there to play. You're there to learn. And I think we took that from the kids, and we allowed them to just act a dang on fool.
And respect is something that is absolutely paramount.
Huge.
You teach respect the first day. We have a whole curriculum on respect. And if we give respect, we expect that back.
There you go.
I grew up in a era where if I disrespected my mom, I didn't have no teeth. If I disrespected Miss Johnson down the street, I got a whooping, and I still didn't have no teeth. This is coming from home, though. And when you're talking to teachers, I'm just wondering where the respect went from. This is my teacher. I'm not going to disrespect her. I'm not going to talk against her. I'm not going to talk about her. I'm talking to an adult.
There you go.
And this adult has an education that they're trying to instill in me. I value that. I value their time that they put in. I value the fact that this person, this teacher, this educator wants me to have something better. So they're here in front of me, working and striving with me every day. Where did that respect go?
Definitely.
That's a challenge. And it's difficult, but I think it's important that you understand, yes, respect goes both ways. But where I come from as a child, I had to earn that respect.
There you go.
I don't get it because I walked in there with some Nikes on and a black jacket. No,
come on now.
I come in there because that's Miss Griggs, that's Miss Johnson, that's Miss James, that's Miss Coleman, and that's Mr. Whoever. And I don't sass them. I don't cuss at them. I don't treat them like they don't matter. And I've called my mama. If I call my mama and tell her I got in touch with the teacher, I got a whooping. And then she comes to the teacher. Please tell me what's going on with my child. I know my child. You stand right there and you listen to what it said.
There you go.
And don't you say anything until we're finished in a conversation. then we talk about how we can get this together.
There you go.
Together. We don't know. You don't say nothing like that to my child. We weren't raised like that.
No.
We had respect for our teachers, our educators, and our administrators. And
Right.
that's one thing that I think is really lacking. That's a big challenge that we face as educators in this system. We've got to be respectful of the fact that this teacher, this educator, this administrator, these people know what they're doing.
Right.
Okay. And our children need to get what they know.
One of the things that I
Can
did.
I ask this
Go ahead.
question?
Yes, sir.
All kids are expected to be treated the same when they come to school, and if they, I know you guys carry certain policy bylaws and things like that, and one shoe can't fit all. So do we properly diagnose our kids? Statistically, all kids come to school with baggage. They have they have symptoms, they have sickly problems, they have emotional problems, stress. Kids stresses out just like everybody else because they can't accomplish a certain task. When they can't do a certain thing, maybe there's something far more a problematic thing with them because we're not catching the symptoms. We're not diagnosing them. I know we're not doctors, but people have to understand we have to have they call them psychiatrists and
What counselors in the
we have
schools?
counselors
They have
and
counselors
social
in the
workers.
schools.
like that,
and
that
social
can
work.
actually talk to a child. So if they can find something that's emotionally going on with a child, because we can't diagnose a child just by putting them all on the same shoes,
Right.
You know, and their characters are totally different, personalities are totally different, and we
Right.
try to corral them and stuff them in the same category. And I'm just asking, are we doing everything? I know what you said. I know how you put it out there that a lot of this is systemic coming out of the parents' home, that parents are not holding up their part. But watch this here. All parents are not gifted at diagnosing what their children are going through or emotionally. They're stressing with the parent. They see the parent stressing. Did you know the child is stressed out too?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that burden is placed on us as educators. We do
Okay.
act as counselors. We do act as aunties, big sister,
Right.
you know, friends, counselors. We have at the middle school a system where our teachers forge connections. It's all about connections with the kids. And with those connections, relationships start. And when there's trust from the relationship that's built, we can dig a little deeper. And most of the time, our teachers do that on a regular basis. But some students we're just not going to reach. Some students just don't want that to happen. And more often than not, it causes harm to them in ways that we don't know or see or understand. We're not psychologists. We're not trained to do stuff like
There
that.
you
But
go.
we do have relationships with our students. We do care about them. And once again, it goes back to trusting what it is that we know as educators and trusting that, okay, maybe he's off today. Maybe she's not feeling it today. Give him a little space. Okay. If we got deadlines to meet, I understand that we've got a job to do. But if the student refuses, what can we do? Okay, today you refuse. Sit down and tell me what's going on. You want to tell me a little bit about, you don't have to tell me everything. I'm not feeling it today, Miss Grace. Can I take a minute?
There you go.
Those types of things are there. We even have a sensory room that's open to our children if they need to take a break. So we can work with them so they can work and be better at their job, which is being a student. So it's up to all of us. It takes a village. And our village is pretty vast, but it does take cooperation as well as, you know, understanding that not everybody is the same. You know, I work in a special education room. I've got 12 different students with a co-worker, and there's paraeducators in there. And all of those personalities, all of those educational levels, all of those emotional roller coasters are different.
Right.
And you have to be able to navigate through all of that and teach and counsel and comfort and, you know, be a friend and keep a schedule.
There
all
you
of
go.
those things.
There's a lot of in.
Yeah, that come with being in that particular classroom. And that's just me. I've got some colleagues that have 35 students in a class, you know, 28 students in a class.
Right.
That's too many.
It is a lot for one person, and no paraeducator, no assistant in the room, and they do that. They hold that stuff down daily. They deal with a lot, and they deal with it. And sometimes our students will get overlooked. Some of them will sit in the back of the classroom. Some of them act out to get attention, that sort of thing. But not just our African American students, it's just all of them.
Right.
And it could be on any given day. But those teachers are working hard and holding it down. And we have to give them credit for that and let them know that we're there for them as a team, as a community, and as a school. And I think our school, Freeport Middle School, does that very well. It takes a lot to be a middle school teacher because those age roller coasters and emotions and
there you go,
girls and boys and girls and girls and boys and boys. Lord Jesus have mercy, them kids. It ain't easy. It is not easy. When I first became an educator, I didn't want to go to middle school.
But now
I don't want to be anywhere else.
There you go.
And I have to say, because of the people that I work with, the team we have at Freeport Middle School is outstanding. It is. It's outstanding most days, and there's some days that we ain't feeling it as adults. We don't want to adult today. I've had that, and sometimes our kids don't want to kid them days.
There you go.
But we're still there for them. We're still a community, and we still do what we can to make sure that they have another opportunity to get it right.
All right, Miss Griggs, last words, girl, to the community out there, letting them know what y'all got going on. Or encourage your worst parents.
And yes, I'd like to encourage our parents to continue to love on their kids and allow us to do that too. I think the middle school teacher has to have a heart for the middle school kid. Okay. And if we did not, we would not be there. Trust us to do our jobs. We know what we're doing. We have our education to do our jobs. Ask us questions. Don't jump to conclusions, because we're trying not to with your children. We try to give them the benefit of the doubt. We try to help them understand how important it is to get their education and to ask the teacher questions.
There you go.
Okay, be encouraged. Don't come in fussing when you don't know the whole story.
Right.
I'm a parent. I got 2 young men that I'm trying to raise to be great young men, and they've got to. They know when I'm coming in the classroom, if I got to ask your teacher and you can't answer me, there's a problem.
There you go.
If you don't play. It's your job to go to school and do what you're supposed to do. So parents, and be encouraged and come ask our administration what's going on if you don't understand. Don't put things out on social media that are hurtful and harmful, and we don't understand where you're coming from because you haven't asked us where we're coming from.
There you go.
What is it that we're doing in our school to bring community to our children so they can be better citizens, so they can be better people in our community and bring stuff back? You know,
there you go.
We're in this together. We're in all of this together, and we appreciate your kids, whether you think we do or not, whether you hear we do or not. We appreciate your children. We love what we do. Honestly, I'm telling you, I know me, myself, and I would not be there if I did not. Because it ain't in middle school ain't an easy crowd.
I know that's right.
It's not. From the administrators to the people who serve the food in the kitchen, the people who clean the building in the evening, every single teacher, every single paraprofessional, every single administrator, and especially my administrator, Mrs. Coleman. I've seen the blood, sweat, and tears that she's put in.
Yes.
As well as Mr. Allen and Miss Carol and Miss Owens in the front office. All of them, they do a wonderful job trying to make our system work for our children. And I'm getting emotional.
Yeah.
I love the Freeport Middle School students and staff. It's a great place to be. And if you can't handle it, peace out.
As my grandma would say, get out the kitchen.
If you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen.
Get out the kitchen.
Wow. But we've got some good things going on. Our basketball team is doing great. Our girls basketball team is working it out. And the people who are from our community that are helping out, we're very appreciative of all of them too. Shout out to my cousins, Deontay and Shanika Collier, and all the work they're putting in and how they help our students with the backpacks and the food. And it's just, they're just really a great opportunity. And Miss Baker, I just got so many people in,
shout them out.
They're doing wonderful things. The Black History program is coming up. And you got to get out and come see it. She does a wonderful job with our students every year.
She does.
More and more giving back into the community. And she's pouring herself into her students every day like the rest of us are trying to do. So give us credit. You know, we know what we're doing. We love your kids. We're trying to make it work for them so they can be outstanding people. And we're trying to move them from one step to the next. And
Yes.
it's, some days that it ain't easy, we're still there.
Boom.
Right.
And we're still coming back.
All right.
There you go. Malaysia, what you got for me?
Nothing. This is an incredible show from beginning to end. I mean, if you didn't catch it, rewind it and go check it out.
Definitely. Mike, what you got?
Hey, I just want to tell everybody, please don't forget to go to the Boys and Girls Club on January the 20th for the Black History Month show. Yes, that's on January the 20th. That's it.
My birthday is Friday.
Hey, happy
birthday!
birthday! Hey, Mike, play that song again for the birthday. Shine the lights on her.
Oh,
I like it, y'all. Let's end up with that because guess what? We got to shine the light on Miss Michelle Griggs coming out, y'all, from the Freeport Middle School, y'all. She had dropped some jewels. She said, guess what? We love your kids just as much as you guys love them. Guess what? Our goal is to pour into your kids to create future leaders in our community.
Yes.
Then, you guys, if y'all miss Michelle, guess what? Like Malaysia said, rewind that thing back. So I'm going to take you down memory lane, right? Yeah. We had Tristan from the AKA Relevant Entrepreneur creating an apparel line that, guess what? Want to make sure everybody understand they're relevant in today's society. From there, we went down memory lane and we got down to Kiefer's Entrepreneur Academy. That school, that business, oh my God, they have so many different facets. I can't even bring it up anymore. Make sure y'all go and check out Kiefer's Beauty Supply Store, aka Entrepreneur Workshop, aka Salon, aka everything.
Academy.
Okay, y'all, they're the bomb.com, and guess what? They're pouring resources in our community on ways you can be an entrepreneur and invest in yourselves.
Yes.
Then on top of that, we went even deeper to my best friend, aka I got to make sure Mike is my other best friend. Want to make sure I don't leave Mike out, okay? But one of our good friends, I said G-Todd. G-Todd is our other good friend, right? But DJ Flash from 106.3, a.k.a. Calvin Martin, who's at the dang on DMV. And we talked about Calvin and how he found a heart with his heart transplant. At the age of 18, he was going through. But one of the things, prayer and faith, it led him to where he is right now. One of the top DJs around the world within the Midwest. And I am honored to have him as a friend. Yes. Y'all, I got to say one thing. It's the end of the show. Oh, my God. Y'all make sure y'all pick us up. Keep in touch every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Soulful Discussions, y'all. We is here. Y'all make sure y'all be on time next week. Don't be starting here at 7:30. Y'all need to stay here from 7 p.m. to, guess what, 9 p.m. Hold it. Don't be scared. Y'all already know we dropping those jewels. And don't forget to share, y'all. WQJT Submit 105.7 at gmail.com. If you're interested in being on our show, we want you. Yes, we do. And don't forget to go onto our website, Flight Radio, y'all, and make sure y'all hit that donate button. All donations are welcome. Y'all, we're trying to get into this building. And y'all know if we get into this building, it's going to be beautiful. We're coming, though, because we truly believe that with what we're pouring out to our community, God said it's our time, y'all. Right. 2020, we showing out. Yes. And we're showing out because of each and every last one of you guys. So we love y'all. See y'all next week. Bye-bye. Love y'all. See y'all later. Bye-bye.
This your boy D Jones from the ATL, and I'm always listening to Soulful Discussions every Wednesday night with Tina Renee.
What up? It's your boy Axe Bleed. I'm always listening to Soulful Discussions every Wednesday night in Freeport, 105.7 Flight Radio with your girl Tina Renee. Yeah.
Hey, this is Andy Stokes, and you're jamming with DJ Mike J.
Hey boy, ain't no mystery. At least, as far as I can see, I wanna keep you here, right next to me. Show me some love, no stressing me. And baby, I feel your love inside my veins. Oh baby, surround me with your energy. Keep me calm, you keep me warm. I am yours and you're the one. Ain't no no cap, you won a trophy. All he gotta do is go crazy and go stupid for me. Go crazy and go stupid for me. Go crazy and go stupid for me. Let's go crazy and go stupid. Let's get crazy and get stupid. Tell me what you wanna do at night. Cuddling, I love to hold you tight. Let me be the one to do you right. Give me the chance to change your life. I can be your Valentine, your sugary sweet taste of life. I'll change your life just like the seasons, baby. I'll be the one you knew you needed, baby. I keep him calm, I keep him warm. He is mine and we both won. Ain't no cap, he is my trophy. All he gotta do is go crazy and go stupid for me. Go crazy and go stupid for me. Go crazy and go stupid for me. Go crazy and go stupid. Let's get crazy and get stupid. Crazy and stupid, stupid. Crazy and stupid, stupid. Crazy and stupid,
You're listening to 105.7 WQJT Flight Radio with DJ Mike J, where he gives you the hottest sounds of R&B from back in the day and today.
I feel amazing, why you feeling different? Say you ain't tripping, if not then what is it? I'm doing me and that's making you living. You talking just to get my attention. You only wanna have it how you want it. But if I was missing, you gon' miss it all. Now you ain't with it, but in the beginning, you was my head of my go-to. When you need someone to call, I'll be right there. When you slip, that's gripped up on me, it's not fair. Come to me, suddenly, saying that you're done with me. Look at me, keep each other company, contemplate. Then we can't keep this easy breezy. Come to me, suddenly, saying that you're done with me. Look at me, keep each other company, contemplate. Then we can't keep this easy breezy. We can't keep this easy, baby. Yeah. We should keep this easy breezy. Probably, like you tryna control me. If you switch up your focus, I will stand like a rose. When you need someone to call, I'll be right there. When you slip, that's gripped up on me, it's not fair. But you keep acting up like it's all brand new. But you keep acting up like it's all brand new. Come to me, suddenly, saying that you're done with me. Look at me, keep each other company, contemplate. Then we can't keep this easy breezy. Honestly, talk to me. How you say you're done with me? Look at me, keep each other company, contemplate. Then we can't keep this easy breezy.